So a very short turnaround, Kev, from the Tuesday night game at Solihull to the Good Friday game at Ebbsfleet, which will make things tricky. But I suppose as a player, and all the players would probably prefer a match, wouldn't they?
Yeah, listen, it is a short-term, turnaround, and it's an intense period, especially at this stage of the season, obviously, and we've had a bit of travel as well. But listen, it is what it is. The players are okay now; they're ready to go, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, and in a good place following the 3 points on Tuesday.
Definitely, yeah. We've really pleased, obviously, with the result, and the performance after the first 15 minutes or so. And listen, there's moments in games you need to go your way, and once we got the goal, we settled into the game a lot more. Yeah,
and it sets up the Easter weekend, which will be tricky with the amount of games that follow. But a bit of a break after that, so you want to go into these two games full tilt.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's the only way we know, really. But we're aware of the opposition, and as I said, with the league, everyone's fighting for something, and you go away to a playoff side and you get a good result, and you've got to reorganise yourself before you go again. We haven't had much time in terms of prep, so we've done that today, just to make sure the players are recovered and done everything they can to make sure they're ready for a real tough game.
And 5 games to go, isn't there? You said already, and you said it on Monday, about not wanting the season to fade out. That certainly isn't looking like it's going to be the case. You want to end the season on a high and take that into the summer, of course.
Just the next game. I'm not, put any thoughts on position you're finishing, and trying to find form to finish the season. We're in a good run, obviously, with a lot of games that we've gone without losing. So the most important thing is to attack the next game, and I think that's anyone with the squad we've tried to use and utilise as much as we can. And with the games we've got to do that and look no further than the next game. I can't second guess what's going to happen for Monday. Seeing who's fit, seeing who's ready for that. I've got to get focus on get Tuesday out of the way. Now we're ready for the next one, and that'll be the same going into Monday.
Yeah, it'll be a tough game. Ebbsfleet are doing really well, at top of the form guide at the minute in the last 6 games. But what a job Danny Searle's done since he's gone in there.
Yeah, absolutely, and different proposition to when we played them early in the season, and as you say, they're in real good form and been very good at home. So listen, I'm sure they'll be ready. They've had plenty of time to prepare for us. So we've got to get the players ready in the right frame to go give everything again, and no doubt we will do. But a tough game, against real tough opponents.
Yeah, and backed on by a very large away following. Not the first time we said that this season, and just how special has the sport has been and their sport been this season? Yeah,
listen, unbelievable. I think even to take the numbers we did on Tuesday night, to travel so far at such short notice and in conditions that were pretty brutal as well, and the travel chaos and. So everything, we're just glad that we could get a result, especially for them as well. And I know we'll take big numbers again, as we always do, and not too far a journey, and the noise they make as well will be brilliant for the lads, and I think we're going to need it, and hopefully we can give them a performance to be proud of.
Thank you.
How's Noah Husin?
Yeah, not too bad. It's an ongoing thing that he's managing with his shins, and he has a pain barrier that he's been going through, to be fair to him. So we'll just keep an eye on him and see where he's at.
You have been able to change things up in that midfield, and I guess probably the pleasing thing is that whenever you've had players out injured and they've come back in, they've always slotted back in and performed for you.
Yeah, exactly, and I think it's just been managing. I think what I've got to remember is that we had a group of players that have gone through this first 3 quarters of the season, just 2 subs, 1 sub. And they've been through that, and that was going to take a toll. So I had to manage of when to leave people out and when to give them a break and when to bring them back in, so that it doesn't affect the team too much, and the individual that is ready to come back in and comes back with just a little bit of energy again. And there's injuries and niggles along the way with that as well, like you've seen with Oko Okocha, who had a bit of a groin problem before, but getting them back in ready to go has been the biggest thing.
Yeah, and Oko Okocha to come back in and to get those 2 goals, he's been so impressive when he has featured this season, an example of a product of Southend United, but with also such potential going forward.
No, absolutely. He's someone we've known about for a while, and we've had him around the group for training wise for a long time. and even when he went out on loan and got men's football, that was important for him. But we know the potential he's got, and he's a very good footballer and can certainly finish. But as I say, he had like stop-start for a period as well, and managing an injury, and so we've had to get into a stage that he's fit and ready to go. And as you say, James Morton come on the other night as well. He's a good footballer, and we've just got to manage the squad as best we can at times and freshen up at the right time, because you're going to be successful. You need everyone. Yeah,
you have freshened up and you've changed things up where you can. How good was that assist for Marcus Dackers and his confidence?
Yeah, it should be. It should be very good. I think his overall game was very good, and forwards have all come in and done their part at the right time. And when you do get your chance, you've got to take it, because there's competition for places. And Carr's got his goal the other night, which was important. We want the other forwards to score goals on a regular basis as well, and they're helping contribute to the team, but we need them to score as well, and that's part of the challenge. You've got to perform, because there's people waiting in the wings as well.
To be able to be where you are at this stage of the season, despite everything else that's happened, and the 10-point deduction is a testament to you and the players, and you want to finish the season as strongly as possible. To see what Chesterfield have done, to have been the runaway leaders, to be ready to go up, it just shows what it takes to get out of this league, doesn't it?
Yeah, listen, it's so tough. I think there's a stat, obviously I listened to the radio and stuff after Chesterfield got promoted, about there's a massive stat about the percentage of teams that get promoted again from League Two is high, and the ones that stay in the league's very high as well. So it tells you the standard you've got to be to get out of this league, and that's getting Chesterfield have been at it a while, and getting everything right off the pitch and on the pitch. It marries with itself, and you've got to do that to have any chance of getting out of this league. And we're building, as you say, to be in the position we are now. This stage of the season is an unbelievable achievement. It's only one that when you look back you'll realise, because we've only had two subs in games for a long time of this season. So to get us in this position has been, like as you say, a testament to the players and everyone connected with the club.
Okay.
How's Col Pal? You've seen him running again before the game. Is he getting closer to actually playing? Or
I don't want to pressure, because he's been out so long. He's joined in training, as non-contact, and now that's building up as well in terms of his contact training. It's important we get a bank of, proper training, contact training into him before we can probably look to put him into games as such. Because I think when you've been out for that long, inevitably there's one or two bumps and bruises. You've got to get used to full-time training again and contact. So he's doing well, better than anyone else would probably do, because of how infectious he is and his work rate and the effort he puts in to get himself fit.
So it must be good, because he is that kind of character that you warm sort of to. Everyone has sort of adds lots of training. Absolutely,
and listen, anything Pally gets out of his football career, he's earned it, because of how he goes about it, and that's a credit to him. And as you say, around the place, he's a bubbly character, and he's brilliant to have around.
And this season is just, it feels like it's been about 5 seasons now when you go back to the start of it. Just how incredible has it sort of been, ups and downs, and how do you even begin to sort of sum it up?
I think when you're still in the midst of game, it's hard to stop and go think, but you're right, it feels like 5 seasons in one. Like the times are like you go home and you're just knackered, and but I ain't really had time to think, because we go Saturday, Tuesday, Friday. But it is, to get where we are is like an unbelievable achievement. It's one that will go down no matter what happens from now on in. As one we'll look back on with great memories, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
And listen, you've been in the game a long time, so you don't see this that often.
No.
Let's see. I'm sure there'll be a time at the end of the season when we go and have a holiday and sit back and go, what happened now?
I mean, because you've won leagues and promotions here, but
this could be right up there. This could be right up there with what's gone on. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, the adversity and what the players have done. So, it's for the players, I can't tell you how much credit they deserve, and for everyone to be in the position we are, that we're not down the bottom of the league fighting relegation all season. I think that's the biggest thing, that we still have a club that the players, the supporters and everyone fought for the football club.